Good evening. Welcome to California Today. I'm David Lamb. Here's a preview of some of today's stories. Title 42 has now officially expired. Migrants amass at the California border with Mexico. The new surge threatens to put a historic strain on the nation's immigration system. A federal grand jury has indicted a suspect on 98 counts in connection with a shooting at a Taiwanese church in Irvine nearly a year ago. The shooting left one man dead and 5 others wounded. And the state of California is starting to see the financial consequences of its historical exodus. The IRS is reporting a multi-billion-dollar loss in its tax base. First up, pandemic-related asylum restrictions, also known as Title 42, have ended, but it threatens to put a historic strain on the nation's immigration system.
Hundreds of migrants who waited for days for a chance to apply for asylum were seen Friday huddled between 2 border walls separating Tijuana from San Diego, many of them for days with little food. The change came early Friday after migrants raced to enter the U.S. before the new restrictions set in. Meanwhile, the administration is dealing with a potentially serious legal setback when a federal judge temporarily blocked its attempt to release migrants more quickly when Border Patrol holding stations are full. Title 42, which was in place since March 2020, allowed border officials to quickly return asylum seekers back over the border to prevent the spread of COVID-19. The U.S. has declared the national emergency over, and with it, the restrictions end. While Title 42 prevented many from seeking asylum, it carried no legal consequences and often led to repeat attempts. After Thursday, migrants who attempt to cross the border without any legal basis could face being barred from entering the U.S. for 5 years and criminal prosecution.
The suspect in last year's deadly church shooting in California is now facing federal hate crimes and weapons charges.
A grand jury charged David Wen-Wei Chow with 98 counts, including 45 counts of obstructing free exercise of religious beliefs by force and 45 counts of violating the federal hate crimes law. The U.S. Department of Justice says Chow opened the fire on the Geneva Presbyterian Church in Laguna Woods back in May of last year. 1 man was killed, 5 others were wounded. The DOJ alleges Chow acted because of the victim's national origin and religion. The shooting occurred during a Taiwanese church service. If Chow is convicted, he could face a life sentence or the death penalty.
Cho is currently being held in California custody for criminal charges connected to the shooting, including murder, attempted murder, and possession of an explosive device. Now, pork products sold in California must continue to come from humane pig pens. That's based on the Supreme Court upholding the state law this Thursday.
In a 5-4 decision that crisscrossed the U.S. Supreme Court's usual partisan divide, the justices dealt a blow to pork producers who argued the law unfairly penalized out-of-state farmers. In 2018, California voters supported Proposition 12, which prevents the sale of pork, veal, and eggs from animals who are raised or confined in spaces considered to be inhumane. Conservative Justice Neil Gorsuch wrote, "While the Constitution addresses many weighty issues, the type of pork chops California merchants may sell is not on that list." The court's conservative Chief Justice, John Roberts, dissented, writing, "In my view, petitioners plausibly allege a substantial burden against interstate commerce." The industry had argued that the measure violated a U.S. Constitution provision called the Commerce Clause. Courts have interpreted it as empowering the federal government, not states, to regulate interstate commerce. President Biden's administration sided with the pork producers, saying that states cannot ban products that pose no threat to public health or safety due to philosophical objections. As a result of the Supreme Court's decision, pork prices may go up.
Elon Musk has announced yesterday he is stepping down as Twitter CEO. Today, he announced the next CEO. In a tweet, Musk said he is excited to welcome Linda Yaccarino as the new CEO of Twitter. He said she will start in 6 weeks, focusing on business operations, while Musk will focus on product design and new technology. Musk said in his tweet his role in the company will transition to Chief Technical Officer and Executive Chair. An Orange County cheerleader coach made his first appearance in court this week after his arrest on Monday. He is being held for multiple felonies with charges of child molestation.
On May 8th, 44-year-old Eric Joseph Christensen of Antioch, Tennessee, was booked into the Orange County Jail. He was arrested last week in Fargo, North Dakota, for a warrant that was put out by the Orange County District Attorney's Office. According to court and jail records, Christensen is being accused of multiple counts of molesting children from 2002 through 2006. Christensen was a cheerleading coach of at least 5 victims that were between the ages of 11 and 16 years old. Christensen is being charged for his crimes, which are all felonies. He's currently being held without bail and is scheduled to be arraigned later this month.
A fire broke out in a Bart parking lot in East Bay's Antioch on Thursday. The Contra Costa Fire responded to the scene where 6 cars were burned. Even though the fire was extinguished, it severely damaged the cars. Authorities said the fire was, quote, apparently caused by attempted gasoline theft, a dangerous and damaging undertaking. Now, the state of California is starting to see the financial consequences of its historical exodus. Experts say that both residents and businesses are leaving because of its high tax rates, cost of living, and the severe COVID restrictions. Now, the IRS is reporting a multi-billion-dollar loss in its tax base.
Recent IRS data is showing that more than 332,000 of California's taxpayers have left the state following the onset of the pandemic. According to the data, 2021 resulted in a loss of $29.1 billion in taxable personal income, which is an $11 billion increase compared to 2020. Jim Doty, a professor of economics at Chapman University, conducted a survey in collaboration with the University of California that shows businesses are also leaving the state. In the Epic TV's Leaving California documentary, Doty says that high taxes, regulations, and housing prices are the biggest motivators for the California exit. He says the greatest loss to a state is the loss of human capital, not just jobs or businesses. If graduate students move to Texas and Florida, it will have a negative impact that is magnified because we're losing our best and brightest. Recent statistics from the state's Legislative Analyst's Office is showing that the state's median home sale prices are more than double the national average. Experts say that the high taxes on energy and fuel are in part responsible for these increases. Taxpayers who leave the state are also taking their income with them. This has resulted in an overall loss of money flowing within the state's economy. Experts warn that businesses and local municipalities will be negatively impacted as gross sales and sales tax revenues will inevitably decline. Bill Thomas, NTD News, California.
We'll take a short break now, but here's a look at what we've got for you when we come back. According to a new report, San Jose, California has the highest rate of hiring new graduates in the nation and the greatest potential to earn 6 figures. We will hear from some San Jose State University students about their job outlook. A sneak peek at this year's puppy prom held in San Diego. We'll see this year's winner for the best dressed pooch. And Sunday is Mother's Day. Our reporter Christina visited a flower shop to get some tips on the perfect Mother's Day gift. These stories and more coming up on California Today. Welcome back to California Today. I'm your host, David Lamb. Now, it is now graduation season, and for those looking for jobs, San Jose reportedly has the best hiring rate and an average 6-figure salaries for new grads throughout the U.S. I spoke to an economist and San Jose students on Thursday to hear more. I'm here at San Jose State University, and according to an economist from Gusto, the city of San Jose has the highest rate of new grad hiring in the whole nation. On Thursday, the San Jose mayor and San Jose State University announced the new report from Gusto, a cloud-based HR and payroll provider.
Each month, on average, San Jose added 10 new 20, 24-year-old positions for every 100 that exist right now. So they top the list in terms of the fastest hiring over the past year.
However, according to Gusto's findings, nationwide hiring for new grads is expected to drop by 25% compared to last year. The Economist says hiring is cooling off because larger employers are slightly more hesitant to add new staff. For Silicon Valley, Pardue believes the pool of talent in San Jose is driving its hiring.
We're at San Jose State right now. There's a ton of talent within the area, and we see that there is a large demand from especially small and mid-sized businesses to attract that talent right now. Even as larger companies might pull back, smaller companies are able to step in and grow right now.
Monthly new grad employment has grown on average 9.6% over the past year in the city.
And we are the only city in the United States where new grads can expect to earn 6 figures. Pretty impressive. I was not earning 6 figures when I graduated from college.
We're proud to say that our engineering grads make an average annual salary of nearly $105,000. That's underscoring the ladder of opportunity that we provide to historically underrepresented communities.
Upcoming graduate Max Roth is ready to start his career after landing a job, but still being disciplined.
I'm very much so I believe it when I see it kind of person, and so every one of these last tests, all the last projects, everything is, it's incredibly important right now. I'm like making sure I'm writing my names on papers and stuff as if I was in elementary school again. So I'm super excited, a little bit nervous, but yeah, very excited to make the next step.
As for new grad salaries adjusted for cost of living, the report finds Houston, Texas at the top of the list and San Jose ranked 6th.
With my major, I'm kind of finding some difficulties, but luckily since I'm trying to go into medicine, I think LinkedIn is a good platform for students like me finding other jobs like in medicine and engineering and other jobs.
Do you want to work in the Silicon Valley?
Yes, that is my preference ideally. I would want to be staying here in the Bay. I haven't traveled in any place before, so this environment is what I'm more used to, and I've gained the most connections here, so I think this is why I want to stay.
Reporting in San Jose, California, David Lamb, NTD News. As summer quickly approaches, residents and visitors will be delighted to hear that Megabus will be resuming its operations. Starting next week, the bus service will be offering rides between Sacramento and Los Angeles.
Earlier this month, Megabus announced that it would begin resuming services on May 15th. After discontinuing its California routes in 2010, the bus service will be returning due to the increased demand for the upcoming summer travel season. The company will be offering 3 daily trips between Anaheim, Los Angeles, Bakersfield, Fresno, San Francisco, Oakland, and Sacramento. In a press release, Colin Emberson, VP Commercial for Megabus, said, "Our customers have been eagerly awaiting our return. We're happy to be able to provide a new network of travel options just in time for the summer rush." Schedules for the routes are currently available, and tickets can be purchased at us.megabus.com.
In Southern California, dog lovers enter their pets into a puppy prom contest. There, they compete for the best dressed.
Dog lovers gathered in San Diego on Saturday to enter their Pooches in the annual puppy prom. Lots of pampered pets dressed in glamorous outfits and sparkly costumes gathered to determine who was best dressed in the show. This year, Bear the Yorkshire Terrier, dressed in the blue outfit with a gold crown, was awarded Doggy King, while Bitsy, another Yorkshire Terrier who had her own tiny car, snapped up the coveted Doggy Queen title. Organized by the Helen Woodward Animal Shelter, the Puppy Prom raises money to help the center look after rescued and abandoned dogs. The annual parade is in its 9th year. The competition is open to all former residents of the dog's home. Even our feline friends don't miss out, as there is also a category for Best Dressed Cat.
May 10th was Mexican Mother's Day, 4 days ahead of the one in the U.S. In one Southern California town, a senior center celebrated with a musical band.
In honor of Mother's Day, Alta Med Health Services in El Monte, California, hosted a tea party to celebrate mothers and maternal figures in its program of all-inclusive care for the elderly, or PACE.
Our PACE program focuses on participants that are elderly, and we help them here by giving them food. They see their provider, and we have entertainment for them here so that they're able to pass the time.
a band performed a traditional serenata by Trio Los Brillantes.
And we have a group of Trio, which is a cultural group that comes from Mexico and other parts of Central America. And what they do is they provide music for our participants that reminds them of when they grew up, when they were younger.
According to its website, the program helps independent seniors with complex medical needs. Instead of nursing homes, they would receive care living in their own home.
It's okay to forget your keys, your diet, or even your computer password. But the one thing you better never forget is Mom on Mother's Day. Doing her part to keep you out of the doghouse, here's NTD's Christina Corona.
Better than a birthday, bigger than an anniversary, and truly one of the most important days of the year is just around the corner. And nothing says Happy Mother's Day better than a big, beautiful bouquet of flowers. With Mother's Day rapidly approaching, you can get a blouse for Mom, a box of chocolates, or a gift card to a local restaurant. But what all moms really love this time of year is the gift that comes from Mother Earth, flowers. We spoke with Cynthia Gonzalez, the owner of Candy's Florist, who says business is booming right now.
Our busiest time of the year is Mother's Day, which we're headed up to Mother's Day. We just passed Mexican Mother's Day, and now we're moving into American Mother's Day. Valentine's Day is another huge holiday for us as well.
And do you have people coming in to purchase flowers for their spouses, Mom?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we do. We have a lot of individuals coming in and saying, I need something really nice for my mother-in-law and for my wife. And so, it's a win-win situation. Flowers say it all in the most perfect way. And we also now started experiencing individuals coming in and buying flowers for women who are inspiring other folks and are mother figure. And that was really nice to see that folks are recognizing those mother figures.
Clearly, Mother's Day means big business for flowers. But do florists do anything special for dads on their special day?
Actually, we do. We have been promoting Father's Day since I've become the new owner of Candy's Florist. And we put Father's Day balloons out. We sell blue roses, blue carnations, coffee mugs. Yes, Father's Day is coming up.
More on Father's Day next month. Back to Mom. Will flowers break the bank?
We want to make sure that flowers are not a luxury. Flowers are something for everyone to enjoy, no matter the size of your budget.
For a behind-the-scenes look at how Mother's Day creations are crafted, we spoke to designer Marta Hernandez, who told us about the unique things people are looking for Mother's Day.
We always get special requests on flowers. There's always people that have a different color that they love or flower that the person likes. We have flowers, we have balloons, we have I love you signs. We have different styles here in this shop.
Marta told us, just like our family pets, flowers need love and attention as well.
We usually tell the customers to please add fresh water to the arrangements. Also, if we have a foam in it, they always have to have water on them.
And is there a way to make these gorgeous treats last year-round?
No, because they don't have the roots on them no more. Plants and everything that we have here, we could.
Flowers appear to be the go-to gift for Mother's Day. And even if you can't make it out to your local florist, at least reach out to Mom on her special day to remind her just how much you love her. Christina Corona, NTD News, El Monte. Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Now let's check in with NTD's Carlos Reyes for our sports roundup.
We have a great lineup for you today. This is your California Today Sports Roundup, and I'm Carlos Reyes. Casey Schmidt had 4 hits, including his second home run in his first 3 major league games, and San Francisco opened a 4-game series against Arizona with a win in Phoenix. Alex Cobb tossed 7 scoreless innings for the Giants, who led 2-0 before scoring 4 runs in the top of the 9th. The right-hander allowed 7 hits and 2 walks while striking out 3. Tommy Henry was lifted after giving up 2 runs on 5 hits over 6 innings for the Diamondbacks. He walked 2 and struck out 2 while throwing 97 pitches. The D-backs lost their 3rd straight game and grounded into 3 inning-ending double plays. Giants 6, Diamondbacks 2. Beginning their 2023 Lamar Hunt US Open Cup campaign, the LA Galaxy advanced to the round of 16 of the tournament with a 3-1 win over the Seattle Sounders at Dignity Health Sports Park on Wednesday night. The Galaxy struck early, courtesy of defender Julian Aude in the 3rd minute of play. The Argentinian tracked down a loose ball outside the area and launched a shot from distance that beat Stephon Cleveland at his near post. The home side made it 2-0 in the 66th minute off a corner kick with Jalen Neal backheeling the initial service to Memo Rodriguez, who finished past Cleveland. Rodriguez completed his brace from the home side in the 84th minute, ending Seattle's run in this season's Open Cup tournament. LA Galaxy midfielder Memo Rodriguez had this to say about his squad's performance.
Overall, it was a great team performance. I know that the league, the season is very long, and I know that I'll get my opportunity at some point. I've been in the league for a while, so I've kind of been up through this period sometimes in my career. So, I'm just happy to get 2 goals and help the team win and advance. And like I said, just be patient and be ready when your number's called.
Next up, the LA Galaxy returned to MLS regular season action to play host to the San Jose Earthquakes in the 96th edition across all competitions of the Cali Clásico at Dignity Health Sports Park on Sunday, May 14th. Carlos Correa capped a 7th inning rally with a go-ahead 2-run double as Minnesota defeated San Diego in the rubber match of a 3-game series in Minneapolis. After Max Kepler grounded into a force-out to bring home a run and tie things at 3-3, Correa pulled a ball down the third base line to give the Twins their first lead. San Diego loaded the bases with 2 outs in the 8th, but Brock Stewart struck out Trent Grisham to escape the jam. George Lopez worked a 1-2-3 ninth for his 3rd save. Joey Gallo went 2 for 3 for Minnesota, which improved to 2-1 on its 6-game homestand. Minnesota's comeback spoiled a stellar outing from Padres starter Yu Darvish, who allowed 2 runs on 4 hits through 6 innings. He walked 1 and fanned 7. Fernando Tatis Jr. and Rougned Odor hit solo shots for San Diego. Twins 5, Padres 3. That is it for today's roundup. Thank you for watching. I'm Carlos Reyes.
Thanks, Carlos. That's all we've got for you tonight. We'd like for you to join us again on California Today every weekday at 8:30 p.m. Make sure to check out our broadcast on our California Today webpage. You can find it at ntd.com/California-today. You can also find all of our top latest clips there, ready to share with friends and family. You can send us a message on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or through our email, california.today@ntd.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm David Lamb. Have a wonderful weekend.